Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. So happy to be making these videos, my life's purpose, to be here with you every day. My videos are about love, they're about creation, about infinity, about energy. This is what it's all about for me: infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation. Why? Because this is who we are. We're infinite energy, we're infinite creators, we're infinite love. Why? Because of the human heartbeat. You see, the human heartbeat creates us. Fundamentally speaking, at a biological scale, we exist because of the human heartbeat. Thus, we are created by the heartbeat. It's what gives us life. It powers the human body, right? It powers the brain, so we can think, be conscious and self-aware. Our organs function as a result of it. It's all due to the electromagnetic field of the resonance of the heartbeat. So we are a force field of creation, which is who we are, an electromagnetic field. It's a spherical electromagnetic field around the human body that powers the entire organism. So we're alive, we're sentient beings. We're conscious, we're intelligent, we're self-aware as a result of the heartbeat. Without the heartbeat, there would be no life in a human sense. So let's talk about it and what that means. Fundamentally speaking, because I say we're infinite energy, we're infinite love, we're infinite creation. So let's break each of those down. I always start my videos with these because this is the fundamental axiom. This is who we are, fundamentally speaking, as a race. So think about it. If our instinct to exist, the first thing that the human body does so we exist, our instinct is the heartbeat. So we live. Then that means that where does that come from? The heartbeat, this energy is creation itself is energy, right? Energy is creation. So that's why we're energy, because the electromagnetic field, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. But take it to the next level, which is love, right? Energy, now infinite love. Why? Because the heartbeat happens in the heart, this human organ. And then where do we love? We love with our hearts, right? And then the heart itself gives us life. So then that means that we live to love. Think about it. We live to love because the heartbeat gives us life and we love with our hearts. So it happens at the same place. It's the same location. We are alive, so we love. We live to love and we love to live. Why? Because who doesn't love a beautiful life? Fulfilling life, purposeful life, full of happiness and joy, enjoyment and laughter. We all want that ideal life, and we are capable of it because we have a human heart. We're alive. We can have that life if we pursue it with our true self, our identity, our free will, taking action daily. And this is what my book and everything I do is about. It's about understanding this notion. So if our instinct to exist happens because of the heartbeat, and we love as a result of that, what does that make us? Well, we are instinctively, our instinct is to love, because we are created by love. Because it's the heart that creates us, and we love with the heart. Because we love our creations. When we make love, we have children, right? We make life. Love creates life. Think about it. Right? So, and don't we love our creation? It's our instinct to love our children, right? We look after them, we raise them, and then they become what? Us, adults, and they keep on doing that. They create, they make love themselves, they reproduce, and they also have the ability to be conscious and self-aware like we are, so we can all create life. It's an endless process. It's an infinite evolutionary process of creation. This is why we're creation, because we're energy, fundamentally speaking, with the heartbeat. And we love because we love with our hearts, and the heart is what gives us love. Is what gives us the heartbeat is what gives us life. So we live to love. You see, we create through love. Is at the biological scale, we create through love. Love is the creation mechanism of the biology. At the biology scale, we create through love. We put love behind our actions. We put love behind our work. We have loving work. And then what does that do? We create beautiful things. We're passionate about it. We put the time and the energy, and we create beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. This is what we do. This is what we humans do. We just do that. We create beautiful, wonderful things when we put our love behind them. We put our love behind it, and this is what we create. We create beautiful, wonderful things with our actions. with our love, with our free will. So it's all about love. So what's our instinct to love? Well, that makes us what? Then if we live to love, that makes us a benevolent race. This is who we are, a benevolent race. Remember this very well. Our nature is to love. This is our nature. To love is our instinct to love, because we live with our heart, and our heart allows us to love. So our nature is to love. It's a heartful species. We're a benevolent species. This is who we are. We love. And we create with love, because love is an energy. We can measure it. It's a wavelength. It's a frequency. The heartbeat has a frequency. Remember that. The heartbeat has a frequency, a coherent frequency. So the heartbeat and love has a frequency, specific vibration, a hertz attached to it, and its creation is energy. So we create with love. Love is the creation mechanism at the biological scale. And think about it. Why are we energy? Because of the electromagnetic field, and love is energy, biologically speaking, biochemically speaking. It's the way it is. It can be measured. So it's beautiful. So it's our instinct to love. This is who we are. We're creators, and we've been creating for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But we're self-aware, right? So we know that we are creators and we love. So what does that make us? Well, that makes us spherical light beings. If you really think about our nature, we have metamorphosized into this understanding of who we are, which is a light spherical being. We're actually light spherical beings. This is who we are because of our electromagnetic field. Our electromagnetic field is very clear, and it is spherical. You see, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation is spherical. And then the sun is also spherical, and the sun itself has its own electromagnetic field. And the sun itself created life here on Earth with the conditions that set on the Earth. And the Earth itself has its own electromagnetic field at a terrestrial scale rather than a cosmological, astronomical scale like the sun. But at the terrestrial level, the Earth itself has its own electromagnetic field with the resonance and its own pulse of life and creation, and the Schumann resonance and all these different things. Just like the human heartbeat has its own frequency and hertz, the Earth has its own. And this resonance, this beautiful resonance, created the atmosphere and created all the conditions here with the biodiversity that we have, the biosphere, the atmosphere, the support systems, the ecosystems that we have, so we can be who we are, alive here, the DNA, and like us ourselves with our electromagnetic field. So you see, it's all spherical, it's all connected, it all comes full circle, because this is our nature, this is who we are, we're all spherical. So why is this important to understand? Because we're all energy. We just create at different scales, because creation is that, is energy. Energy creates. So creation is energy. And there is an infinite amount of energy out there in eternity, in existence. And that created the sun, and the sun created the earth, and the earth created us. So we at a biological scale of energy can also create through love. So it's beautiful. So we're here to love, we're here to create, we live to love. That's why the heartbeat is such an important thing. It gives us the electricity to know that we can create, to create. So why all this matters? Because we are a compass. This is what we are. We're infinite creators. Remember, our purpose, our seed of life is that, is purposeful life, is to create. We create with our love, right? The seed of life, human sperm, the human egg come together, zygote, human embryonic development, embryogenesis, and then that leads to the heartbeat, and then the baby forms, and then is born, and then the same cycle repeats. So then apply that to who we are as a compass, which all are. You know, we have an identity and a true self. We all have a heartbeat. We all have an identity. We have a true self. We have our dimensions, our boundaries, and we understand who we are. We live experience through our heartbeat as a creator. The heartbeat creates us so we can create, and we all have our own experience as individuals, as individual creators with love. So we understand all this. And then that leads to what? To our free will. We have the ability to take action here and now. And what do we choose? Well, we all have a purpose, which is to create, but we choose our creations. This is why we're self-aware, we're conscious, we choose our own paths. We do that with our self-determination, and that's determined by our self-sovereignty, and that is determined because of our self-love, to be self-aware, to understand that we have free will, and free will is proven by taking purposeful daily action here and now. So we choose our own destinies, we choose our own destinations, we choose our own paths, our own course of action by taking action here. This is how we manifest free will. And compass, because we're electrical, remember, electromagnetic field, force field of creation, our heart has a resonance. We all have a frequency, a vibration, and we create. So we shatter illusions, rendering fantasies. And we shatter illusions and render fantasies obsolete. That's what we do. And what are these illusions and all these fantasies? It's all these things that are outside our control. All these things that are essentially negative, that are not real, that are not really us, the outside us, mediums and media projecting those things onto us and casting them in ways in which are not necessarily healthy. It could also be a memory or previous experience in our life, and we relive it, and then it's negative. So we have to address it and deal with it. With our heart, with our emotions, we heal. And then obviously it could be all external people or situations or events that are negative and are happening there. So it's all about that, because we're electrical, we're self-conscious, and self-aware. We can shatter those because we have an electric field of creation. We just, whatever doesn't work, we just get rid of. So we focus on what matters, which is manifesting free will, manifesting our dreams, manifesting our purpose, which is daily action, purposeful daily action. We take action every day. We manage our time and energy purposefully, because purpose is that second primary element. The first one is identity and true self. So we take action with our free will. So we chart our own paths, our own destinations, and this is what the compass is. Why how is a recalibration mechanism to make sure that you're always on true north, that you're always headed towards your destination, that your purpose is in alignment with your true self and your identity, and your time and energy is managed accordingly, so you can take action, so you flow, because we're energy, we flow with our actions, so we feel good about it, emotions in the zone, and we keep going, we keep creating, our dreams come true. So, and then again, the compass itself, which is all of us, is also spherical, like our brain, like our eyeballs, like our iris, like our heart, which is what it is. We make so sundials because we seek sunlight. You see, it's an instinct. It's a fundamental energy source. We stare at the sun, we open our hearts. So the energy from the sun, we open the portal. That's what it's called, opening the portal when you stare at the sun. And then you build a bridge, which is your heartbeat. Your electromagnetic field syncs with the electromagnetic field of the sun. And then we see they communicate because it's frequency, it's energy, it's vibration, it's sending signals, it's receiving and sending receivers. So we connect and we get all this energy through our brains. And what do? Well, it gives us the power to vision, to visualize, to have stronger visions of who we are, which is what we're here to do. To create, to manifest our purpose. And then our heartbeat gives us the power because we create with our love. So we're creating with our love. We're creating with our power. This is who we are. We're powerful creators, like spherical beings, like compass. So that's what makes us a sundial. We are dial on the sun. We dial towards the sun. So sundial, we are in constant communication with the sun. And the energy comes in. It helps us process all this negativity. If we have emotions, fantasies, negative cognitive loads, all these different things, illusions, we deal with them, all these memories, all these past events, so we can be strong here and now, have the energy to take action today in the moment. So why am I saying all these things? Because this is extremely important. This is who we are. We're eternal sundials, we're compasses. This is who we are. We shatter illusions and render fantasies obsolete. We make sure that all this negativity goes away. We disintegrate the shadow, all this negativity, all this static, all this friction, all this low energy that keeps us inert, like we take no actions as a result of fear. Our heart is brave because it's in resonance with the sunlight, with the heartbeat of the sun, with its own electromagnetic field of creation. And it gives us the power and the courage so we can actually face those emotions, those events, and deal with adversity and heal and be strong to take action, so we can actually manifest our free will through our daily action. And because we create with love, we create our future state, this destination, which is the dream, where our true self wants us to be through our vision of who we are, what we imagine to become. And I always start my videos with this because this is extremely important. Because today's video is exactly about that. It's about the mind, the human mind. What the mind is and what the mind represents, and how the mind comes into place within this beautiful synchrony of the eye, the sun, the heart, the brain, and how it connects. We build the bridge, right? We open the portal We have the visions, we take action, we deal with the negativity, so we free up energy to take action and create with love, because our heart is energy. We create with our love, we create with our actions, we put loving actions behind our daily action, and then what happens? We create incredible things. This is who we are. We've been creating for thousands of years. We're a sundial.